Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you guys want to check out my social media or check out a badass kick-ass original story, check out the links down in the description below. Hope you enjoy the video. So I'm excited to talk about the film that we're going to talk about today because the reason why I checked it out, the reason why I checked this film out is because it was going to be directed by Stanley Kubrick, and the one genre of film that I wish he would have had a chance to direct was a Western. I wish he had a chance to direct a Western. This film right here, One-Eyed Jacks, I got the Criterion, I love me my Criterions. This was going to be the Western that he was going to direct, but Marlon Brando took over the directing chair. He also starred in it. You know, I'm not even saying this because Stanley Kubrick is my favorite director of all time. If this film would have been directed by Stanley Kubrick, this would have been an absolute terrific film. I mean, it already is a good film, but it would have been a terrific film. You know, like, because Stanley Kubrick is really good directing his characters, especially his leads. And if Marlon Brando was directed by Stanley Kubrick, that would have been just, if he would have had some of Stanley Kubrick's direction, I think this film would have been, I think he would have delivered a way better performance than he did, because his performance in this film is almost just one-dimensional. And I don't mean that in a bad way, because it's well acted, but the character, I didn't really feel that much for any of the characters, really. I mean, it just, there were some scenes where I was supposed to be happy, I was supposed to be sad, and I didn't really feel that way. One of the things, though, that I really do enjoy about this film, or I really did enjoy about the film, was how it was shot. I thought the cinematography at times was masterful, especially when they're in the dunes and you've got the sand blowing around them. You've got the shot of the horses riding across the rocks on the water, and you've got the waves coming up. Those scenes are gorgeous. Those are beautiful scenes. And the film, I mean, it's shot, I think it's shot beautifully in general. I mean, just everything is really pretty to look at. One-Eyed Jacks is a very different Western. It really is. It's not your typical Western. It is sort of a romance. It's sort of a revenge tale. But overall, it's not your typical Western. It's, I believe it's set in California, and it almost has this more, West Coast feel to it with the beach, and like I said, it just, you don't really see that much in Westerns. I think the last time I saw a beach in a Western was Westworld. The film just felt really long. Like, the film itself is 2 hours and 20 something minutes. I felt like I was watching the film for like 4 hours. I'm not even kidding. We started this film at like, well, it doesn't matter when we started it, but it felt like it just drug and drug on, and I just wish it did not, because there were some times in this film where I was ready to get things going. Like, I mean, you think something's going to happen, and it doesn't. And especially towards around the final act, the third act, yeah, I thought things were going to get really interesting. Unfortunately, they didn't. It didn't really, I don't know, it just, there wasn't really necessarily a hype for this film for me, because I knew I would probably have issues with it to begin with. I mean, if you even look at the Rotten Tomatoes score, which I try not to look at reviews for films because it doesn't matter, because everybody's got their own preference. Like I've said this before, there's not really such thing as a bad film, it's just how people see it. And this film has like a 50-something% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I don't agree with that. I think it deserves more. I think it's a good film. I really do. I really do think it's a good film. I think it's a good Western. It's a different Western, and that's something that I can appreciate. But I'm telling you, they should have went with their original director, because I bet Stanley Kubrick would have absolutely killed this film. And another reason too is I just couldn't see Stanley Kubrick taking on a film that he didn't want to take on. So I was really excited to see what the screenplay and story was like for this film, because, you know, I had a feeling it had to be something really different. And it was. I mean, it wasn't really anything shocking, but it was a different film. It definitely was a different Western. And if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for a solid lead, solid performance, you're looking for a pretty interesting story, but you're looking for a really different Western, One-Eyed Jacks is definitely for you. It really is. And if you're a big fan of beautiful shots and really good cinematography, yes, One-Eyed Jacks is definitely worth it for you. I'm going to give the film a 7 out of 10. I thought it was pretty good. It's a good film. Could have been a little bit shorter, I think. There's a lot of stuff they could have taken out, but overall, One-Eyed Jacks is worth the watch. Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you guys did, leave a thumbs up and maybe subscribe. I hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys are staying safe wherever you're at, and I'll see you guys next time.